But look at this. I walked in and someone sent me something. I know that at some point we're going to sit down in the living room and go back and watch these videos, you know, in 5, 10, 15 years, whatever that is. Instead of saying in the voice on, hey, I just saw that you emailed me this, I just froze and didn't say anything else. Can't get any worse from here. What's going on, guys? It is Monday around 11:30ish, somewhere around there. I would have started the video at 8 this morning when I got to the office, had great intentions to, but did not have my my mic with me, and didn't really think any of you guys cared to watch me do service work anyways, for those of you that actually watch these videos. For myself, if I'm going to come back and watch these in the future, and if I'm going to come back and watch these, I doubt I really care to watch myself push service work and do billing issues. I'm still going to be doing that in a couple years, I'm sure. Or the agency's still going to be doing that. If all that goes well, I will not be touching that anymore. But man, guys, I start this week so extremely motivated. I have a fire lit under me that I don't think I've felt in a long time for the agency. I know that we just came off the biggest month ever that we've ever had, and I'm extremely grateful for that, but I just think there's some things that I've kind of been working on with some perspective from just conversations I've had, the stuff I've been to in the last couple months. I feel like I flipped over a new leaf, and we're gonna start really making some big strides here. I'm not announcing anything yet, but got some really, really cool projects that I'm very excited about in the future, coming out probably next month or so, hopefully, if all goes well. But boy, it's difficult whenever I am. Sometimes I can catch myself being a planner and not a doer. I've worked out this whole plan for this project. There's multiple parts of it, different projects working together within the project. I was doing some quick math. In the last 3 weeks, I've worked, I guess it was, it's like 15 hours a week that I've been working every morning between, the time that I get up, usually around 4:35, and when I have to shut it down when the kids get up. 15 hours a week for the last 3 or 4 weeks. So, I've really put in a lot of time into this, but now it's time to actually put, the rubber to the pavement, see if this stuff that's on paper that seems really well, that I've really, really tried to work hard on, working out every minute detail, see if it's actually going to work. And so running some tests this week and hoping that it, starts out well. It's a long play project, so I won't get returns very quickly, which also makes it hard because it's like the testing of it is going to be, a month or 2 long. And so it's like, dadgum, I have to wait that long. But regardless, sorry for rambling. I'm driving. I don't have anyone to call because all my friends are busy. I don't have any podcasts to listen to. And so I get to ramble to the camera. But regardless, I appreciate you guys following along. If you have not done so already, the vlog series is not stopping. There's going to be some change in content. That's a little bit of a hint to the project I've been talking about for the last, 3 minutes. But I am not stopping the vlog. I'm going to commit to it because I really enjoy it. Regardless if it's if it's my mom or Lauren, watching every episode 60 times over, I'm going to keep posting it because each vlog is getting like 60 to 70 views. I've got a couple north of 100. Not that that's even what it's for, but it's cool to see that some people even care what I'm doing. To me, it's everyday work. To me, it's boring, but some people find it interesting. So if you have not done so already, I would greatly appreciate you subscribing to the YouTube channel. It's such a motivator to me because YouTube, I've said this multiple times, is the hardest, in my opinion, to grow subscribers or followers wise, because my stuff's not showing up in a feed. I don't have pre-built followers like I do on Facebook. Like 5,000 plus people already follow me on Facebook. So when I post content there, it's automatically going to get views. When I post content on YouTube, I have 60 subscribers. So when it hits 200 views, it's like, oh man, that's cool. It got out in the algorithm. It got saw by people who aren't normally seeing me, and that's super cool to me. So if you've watched this more than once, if you find this interesting whatsoever, if you want to give me a pity follow, I'll take any of them. But I just appreciate you guys following along, and catch you back up when we get to the office. All right, guys. I literally just turned the camera off. in the car rambling about projects that I was being vague about and stuff like that. But look at this. I walked in and someone sent me something. I didn't see this when I left to go get lunch, so it must have came. I get to use my knife desk, my desk knife, I should say. I have this on my desk every day, and I literally never use it for anything. So, 2 pieces of chocolate. Are they buffaloes with Oreos inside of them or something? Oh, dude. Oh no, that's so cool. Look at that. Can you see it? I don't know. I think it's a chocolate-covered Oreo with a buffalo on top. Let's see if I can find out who it's from. So there's a note. Wow, that's super cool. It's from an insurance agent, Mike and Aaron. They own a insurance agency out in Hanover, Massachusetts. If you're in the insurance space, you probably know Mike. This is really cool that he sent this to me because, so in my mind, I think I told him this last week when I talked to him, but Mike is the king of gifting in the insurance space. From what I know, I'm sure there's other guys out there that do it great, but for my dollar, I put it on Mike that he's the gift of, gifting and growing his business that way. So, a couple cool things about this chocolate that he sent me. First of all, first time anyone's ever sent me anything spontaneously. Super cool that he would do that. So the thought of gifting is kind of how Mike is really helped grow his agency. They're really, really big in their community. I was literally just on a call with him last week, called him, asking about a couple different things that I have in the pipelines projects-wise, and he gave me some advice. And I told him, crazy thing, I called him, I guess it was like a week and a half ago, and he was leaving the next day for a Disney cruise. And the fact that he took the time to still make a point to send me something like this, even though it's a small gesture, probably didn't cost him much, but this, I'm not joking when I say this is something I will never forget because it's the first time someone's ever done this to me. He said, breaking your foot sucks, but Buffalo Oreos don't. Congrats on the best month ever, Mike and Aaron. I mean, if that doesn't tell you how impactful it can be to send gifts to people, then I don't know what does. He went out of his way. I didn't give him my address. He, knows my agency's name, off of conversations we've had, off of social media posts that he's seen. But there's nothing that ever implied to him that, I would like something like this. But this is super cool. So Mike, Aaron, if you guys are watching this, I'm so appreciative of you guys doing this. And what a better way to show someone how impactful gifting can be on them, their referral partners, their clients, than by doing it to them. So Mike, when you guys get back from that Disney cruise, really look forward to talking to you. Thanks so much, man. On days like today, we have to multitask. So we're knocking out calls and eating lunch. Hey there, this is Maverick over at Bison Ridge Insurance. Just giving you a call because I know you had sent over information to get a quote started, but first one in the calls is not going well. That was a lead who, she sent in her information 3 or 4 weeks ago. It was missing a couple things like driver's license numbers, and I've been chasing it down. And I guess over the weekend she sent me her driver's license information. Instead of saying in the voicemail, hey, I just saw that you emailed me this, I just froze and didn't say anything else in hopes that it would, usually they give you an option at the end of the voicemail to redo the voicemail, and I was just gonna redo it, but it didn't give me one, it just ended. So lead, if you're watching this video, highly doubt you are, but if you're watching, that's why you have a voicemail of me just trailing off in the middle of a sentence and then just silent and then disconnecting. So can't get any worse from here. I was calling because you had requested a quote from us, and I needed a little bit more information. I was curious, are you still interested in that? Awesome. Well, we'll talk soon. Thank you so much. What's going on, guys? It is Wednesday afternoon. Getting kind of wrapped up here before I head and pick up Maverick. And there's something that has been on my mind that I wanted to talk to you guys about. It's actually from a quote from, I think it was Joe Rogan that I heard it on. He said that the work that you do in the dark is going to show up in the light, right? So, as you guys know, I've mentioned it multiple times in this podcast, but or in this vlog, that I am working on a secret project, I guess you could call it. Something I'm really, really excited about. Something I've put in a lot of hours in. Like, I'm getting to the point where I'm like exhausted of working on it and kind of ready to let the rubber hit the road and start doing things with it. But it just kind of, that quote and some other stuff I saw online and just doing some reading today kind of brought to my forefront what I wanted to talk to you about, in the fact that, no one's going to celebrate when you're working in the dark, right? Everyone celebrates the finished product. Everyone celebrates the sold policy or whatever that is in your business, right? But getting 1% better every single day leads to you completing the project, or completely redoing your business, or completely changing yourself, whatever the thing is that you're working on. And I think it's important to remember that no one's going to clap for you when you're putting in those early days, and when you're putting in the late nights, or whatever that thing is that you're doing. And it's important to remember that though no one is clapping, that's when the changes are being made. That's when you're starting to separate yourself from your competition. And so I would just encourage you and say, just remember to keep planting those seeds in the dark, right? Because planting those seeds and watering them in the dark, and then everyone's showing up and getting to experience the harvest is what everyone is excited for. So just encouraging you for that. So yeah, for myself, I've been really in the lab lately, working on some fun stuff that I've obviously will get to share with you guys as time comes. But just a little bit of encouragement for you on this Wednesday afternoon. Hope you guys are having a great week, and we'll catch you up whenever we have something else interesting to talk about. Hey man, sorry I missed your call. No, I'm sorry I missed it. So I haven't ran a quote for you yet, and there's quite a few carriers that I have access to that maybe you haven't seen or gotten quotes from. So I'll get it all quoted up and let you know. I should have something probably by the end of tomorrow. I'm doing pretty good. Appreciate you taking some time to talk to me. When I first started my agency, 4 years ago, started like 24 with this agency, and started scratch. Knew at the beginning from conversations I had with other agents around the country that building through real estate, like networking, that kind of stuff, with lenders and buyer or real estate agents it seemed like to me a very common denominator in all the really big agencies. What's going on, guys? Whoa, look at my hair. That's crazy, dude. There's no fixing it. Lauren would probably tell me when she watches this clip that I don't have much hair, so appreciate you, babe. I just got to the office. It's Friday, 12:19. So right around noon. Just got to the office for the first time. Friday, that means it's Content Friday. However, this Friday is not a Content Friday because it is a Project Friday. I'm trying to wrap up this project, or at least get leaps and bounds ahead of where I am. Man, my hair's crazy. But I had to go to the laundromat because we were extremely behind on laundry, and sometimes it's just easier to go there and knock it all out at once. I did 9 loads of laundry in like 2 hours, so makes it really nice. That's not why I started this camera up though. At the laundromat, they have, TVs up on the walls and stuff. And they had a TV up that had some channel, I've never seen it before, called Nostalgia. And it was showing like old commercials from, I would imagine like the 70s, 80s, definitely the 90s, early 2000s. Clips from America's Funniest Home Videos, just things that, bring back memories. And I was thinking about how this vlog series to me isn't just about who watches it. And it's probably coming to mind to me because of the fact that, we were running, probably a month where we were getting, close to or over 100 views per vlog. And now this last week, last time I checked, I had like 4 views. So no one watched the last week. So don't know what happened there. But that's the whole reason I'm saying this, is that it's not about that for me. For me, it truly is that I know at some point what feels normal right now to me, the hustle and bustle of life, 3 young kids, everything that we've got going on, all these projects I'm trying to work on, that feels normal right now. But at some point in my life, when I have a team of 10, team of 15, we're, in a big building, whatever God has planned for this business, I know that I'll look back and be like, oh, those are the good old days, right? I talk to agents all over the country, and they say, oh man, sometimes I would just give anything to be just like where you're at, Maverick, because, the ability to, kind of change on the fly because I'm, a one-man team, it's super, super convenient sometimes whenever those guys are used to working with giant teams. But this vlog isn't just about content for me. It's truly a time capsule, right? I should almost just title it the Time Capsule Project or something, because I know that at some point we're going to sit down in the living room and go back and watch these videos, you know, in 5, 10, 15 years, whatever that is. As long as YouTube is still around, I plan on watching these videos in the future. And so, but I think it's important on weeks like this to remember why you're doing things. It'd be really easy to kind of get discouraged and say like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this anymore, or what's the point? But I just have to remember my why behind it, right? I want to document the journey of me growing to 300,000 in revenue, which is a really, really big milestone for me that we've set. And then also I want to be able to come back and look at these things. And so regardless if 300 people watch it or 3 people watch it, I'm going to keep posting every week. You know, seeing those old videos at the laundromat, it just reminded me, you know, nostalgia only happens when you're in it, right? So I'm grateful to be documenting the journey, and it's still unfolding currently. And then I'm, you know, also going to be grateful in the future that I had the foresight to make these videos to go back and watch. So just wanted to add that because I just thought it was interesting. It kind of gives you some good insight. So appreciate you guys watching if you are, and if no one, hi future self. I hope we made those goals, crushed it, and the business is looking completely different than I ever imagined.